At the U.S. Mexico border, unlawful migrant crossings are dropping to lows not seen in years. U.S. Border Patrol agents recorded fewer than 60,000 migrant apprehensions along the southern border in July. Importantly, that marks the 5th consecutive monthly drop. So where are we now? Fact: unlawful crossings are at their lowest level since September 2020. However, Republicans like Vice Presidential candidate J.D. Vance and others see it much differently. They say border crossings are still way too high. The Biden administration, too lenient. Adam Yamaguchi traveled to Arizona and Mexico to get a closer look.
Along the Arizona-Mexico border, the desert is quiet. We rode along with Border Patrol agents as they searched for migrants. We didn't see a single encounter with Agent Robert Ortiz.
How many illegal apprehensions are you conducting these days?
So right now, numbers have gone down quite a bit. We are averaging anywhere from 200 to 400.
What was that number like 7, 8 months ago?
Just here in Tucson sector alone, you're talking about 1,800, 2,000 a day.
Just about 7 months ago, when the U.S. was seeing record numbers of migrants illegally crossing into the U.S., a number of camps like this were set up all along the border to provide refuge for migrants as they are awaiting Border Patrol processing. But since that time, most of these camps have been dismantled or sit abandoned like this.
In June, President Biden announced an executive order that expedites deportations without hearing asylum claims, after a bipartisan border deal in Congress fell through. And while migrant crossings had been declining since last year's highs, the administration says the order is working. Migrant apprehensions at the border dropped from about 250,000 in December to under 60,000 in July. Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas says restricting asylum is among several reasons fewer migrants are attempting the illegal crossing.
We have been able to return or remove a record number of people this past year, almost 875,000 individuals. We have worked with other countries to accept the return of their nationals who do not qualify for relief under United States law.
The impact of that executive order is evident at this migrant shelter in Nogales, Mexico, where families from South, Central, and Latin America come seeking relief and a chance at asylum.
Back behind these walls are about 80 or so beds. This place is generally filled to capacity.
Johanna Oviedo is a shelter worker.
So can you just tell me about this shelter? What are the services you provide?
Okay, we provide medical assistance, all the meals.
And volunteers help migrants learn about the immigration process. Miguel Flores knows the repercussions after being detained and deported in 2018 for crossing illegally. But this year, he left his home in central Mexico anyway to try again legally, fearing violent drug cartels. He's been here with his family for 3 months.
Why are you trying to get to the U.S.?
Not a decision I wanted to make, he says. But for the safety of me and my family, I couldn't stay. Flores says he just wants to work in the U.S. His autistic son is a U.S. citizen. Every morning, he tries to secure a meeting with immigration officials through its official app.
How long will you continue to do this here?
¿Por cuánto tiempo esperas esperar?
I don't know, he says, but I have faith, God willing, that I will get an appointment. For CBS Mornings, I'm Adam Yamaguchi along the Arizona-Mexico border.